Hi kind friends, today I'm doing a update on the Bellabeat leaf. I've had it for about a month now, I believe, and I've been getting a lot of questions about it, so I wanted to do a follow-up. Thank you to everyone that followed me on Instagram, by the way, after my Bellabeat unboxing. I've been enjoying sharing kind of like my outfit of the days wearing the Bellabeat. If you're interested in seeing more of those, make sure to check out my Instagram if you haven't already. So today I'm going to be addressing the Bellabeat leaf. I am wearing it today, and it is so cute. That's the one thing that I've really enjoyed about it, is how cute it is. But anyway, let me go into kind of like the pros and then like the criticisms. I do have a little bit of both, so I'm going to be sharing both sides of it, and then I'm going to do an overall opinion towards the end. So if you didn't watch my first video unboxing the Bellabeat leaf, it is a fitness tracker that is also cute. So it tracks your sleep, your steps, it helps a bit with stress through breathing exercises, and it also has an inactivity monitor that it vibrates throughout the day to remind you, hey, you should be getting up and moving. And it also has a vibrating alarm that you can set, I think, 3 alarms throughout the day. One of the other things about it that's really cool is that you can wear it as a clip, as a necklace, or as a bracelet. So it's very multifunctional. It's supposed to be to help. Oh, and you can also track your period using the app. There's a few other things you can do with the app. So now onto my pros and cons. The pros are definitely that it is very versatile. I have worn it every day since I've gotten it. There have been a few days where I'm like, I don't know, I'm feeling very casual. I don't know if I want to wear the Bellabeat. But in those cases, I would actually clip it to my bra and wear it underneath my shirt, so then I would still track my steps, but I wouldn't actually be wearing the jewelry out for everyone to see. So it is very versatile. I've worn it every day. It does, I believe, track steps fairly well. I haven't had trouble with step tracking. I know some people have said that it's not tracked their steps, or it's gone overshooting or undershooting. It might be a little overshooting, I'm not sure, because I haven't had a step tracker before, but just based on the mileage and how much I walk. I work from home, so I don't walk as much as I should, which is why I really wanted to keep track of it. So I think the step tracker works fairly well for me. I haven't noticed much differences day to day where I wear it as a pin, a necklace, or a bracelet. I know some people, maybe if they're more vigorous in their activities or they're going running, they notice a difference, but just day to day, I don't really notice that much difference in my steps, you know, Monday versus Wednesday if I wore it as a bracelet or as a necklace, etc. I haven't had trouble with it tracking my sleep. There have been a few times where it started a little earlier, and that could be just because sometimes I just lay in bed for a long time and I just like think, so I don't move as much. Sometimes I think I'm sleeping when I'm not. But overall, the sleep functionality has worked great, and it's really funny to me because my cat, she often wakes me up. She, like clockwork, at 5:30, around 5:30 a.m. She's like, meow, meow, waking me up. I have to go to the bathroom, let me out, etc. So I'll open the door, let her out, and then I'll go back in bed, and then an hour later, she'll wake me up again to open the door. And during those moments, on the Bellabeat, it says that I'm in light sleep, totally delirious, like, so it's really funny to me that it looks a little bit different around 5:30 and around 6:30 on my sleep tracker, because it's like, hey, you were like not in deep sleep during this time. I don't know what happened. So I think that that's pretty funny. An activity monitor, I really like that. Every hour or so it vibrates, and it kind of sounds like a vibrating cell phone. So sometimes Chris will be like, is your phone ringing? And I'm like, no, it's just my Bellabeat. So it does help remind me to move around. Since I work at home, I'm able to get up whenever the inactivity monitor goes. I don't go for a walk every time it vibrates, but I usually do a few lunges. Like, it'll be like, hey, you need to get moving. So once it vibrates, I get up, I move to the side of my desk, and I do a few lunges or some squats, and then I go back and I sit on my desk. Doesn't add to my step count, but it reminds me to get moving. Now on to some things that I think could be improved. I do think that the sleep alarm could be a lot better. It does wake me up sometimes, but not always. Because it just wakes you up by vibrating. So you have to wear it on your chest. You can't wear it as a bracelet or a necklace while you sleep. Usually, again, I attach it to my bra or my sports bra when I sleep, and then it like vibrates my chest. And that's, you know, wakes me up sometimes. It depends on how much of a deep sleep I'm in, because it only vibrates, I believe, like 3 pulses. So I feel like, you know, it would be bad for the battery life of the product, but I feel like it should keep vibrating or vibrate for at least a minute, and then you just double tap it, and that's how you activate the leaf, by the way. When you're syncing it, you have to double tap it and turn on your Bluetooth. But anyway, So I think that to be able to wake me up consistently, like I have to have a backup alarm on my phone, for it to wake me up every day, it has to either vibrate for a minute or vibrate until I tell it to stop by double tapping it. So I think that that could be improved, but that's something that they can change with an app update. I'd also like to mention that a lot of these criticisms could be changed in the future by the time you see this video, because they are releasing weekly app updates, because they got in like a kind of like a flooding of like, hey, why doesn't this work? Hey, what can we fix this, and etc. etc. So a lot of people have been contacting them on social media to let them know potential problems, and they're working on fixing it through the app updates. And the app is updated, which is also on iOS and Android, by the way, just in case I didn't mention that. It's going to be updated every week. So some of these changes could be fixed through the app updates, because it wirelessly sends instructions to your Bellabeat. There are some functionalities that will need to change hardware, being like second generation, etc. But I'll get into that in a moment. There's some other criticisms, more so of, I say criticisms because I can't think of another word, but a lot of these I think are things could be improved, like they're not deal breakers to me. I think that communication could be handled better, just because I feel like the company like really exploded like so quickly. So many people were interested in this because, I mean, it's a really cute product. So many people really got interested in it, and they had more pre-orders than they had product, and it just, everything kind of exploded. And I think that communication about these different issues could have been handled a bit better. For example, the shipping dates varied very much so. Like I was a first adopter, so I was the first person, one of the first people that bought it. Would say, oh, it'll be shipped mid-June. It'll be shipped, you know, in a week, or within the next few days, everyone will be shipped. Like they would keep saying things like that, but then shipping actually didn't happen until the end of June, and there wasn't any updates through email about that. They were actually saying all of these things on social media and answering individual questions. The only I only got 2 emails that I thought were really helpful in regards to the Bellabeat, and I feel like when there's a product, it should be that you purchased, most of the communication should be through email rather than them repeatedly answering the same questions over and over again on social media. But anyway, I got an email saying, you know, sorry this is taking so long, but you know, we need to make sure the product is perfect and we'll send it when it's ready. And I respected that. I'm like, you know, if you don't think the product's ready, then obviously don't send it to me. That's great. But then they promised a ship date that wasn't able to be met, and that was a little frustrating. And then after that, they sent, we're so sorry that shipping has been frustrating, and to thank all of you for sticking with us, we're giving you a free necklace and free battery changing kit. And I thought that was great. I'm really excited about it, but I still haven't actually gotten those 2 items. On their Facebook page, there's a lot of questions about people asking about, you know, when's the necklace coming? I thought I was getting an extra necklace, and the customer service team is just individually responding to every question, saying, oh, it's coming in a separate shipment, could be there in a few weeks, etc. We don't have an exact date. I think it should have been in the email, or there should have been another email saying, oh, we're shipping your necklace separately. There's just several incidents like that where a lot of people on Facebook were posting the same questions, and I feel like a lot of those repeat questions could have been answered just in a mass email to everybody, so that they wouldn't keep getting those same questions and wasting their time by answering the same questions all the time. They did address that a little bit by creating an FAQ post on their blog, and then sharing that on social media, and that did answer some of the questions, but I don't think it answered the questions that were really being asked over and over again. So I just think that communication could be improved a little bit, especially when I think it comes to email correspondence, because I don't feel like it works well when a customer has to go to someone's social media to ask questions and get things answered quickly. I feel like that just creates more like public complaints. So I feel like if they answered a lot of these common questions over email ahead of time, then it could have saved them some time and some griping. There's a few incidents of things like that that I think could have been improved, but that's just the company, that's not the product itself. But I do think that that's something that they can improve upon, and I'm sure that they're already working on it and creating some sort of FAQ system or something like that. The only other criticism I have is a little bit of the misleading information about the stress tracking. The way that the product was positioned, it seemed to me more that the Bellabeat Leaf would be able to track your stress in more ways than just saying, hey, have you done a breathing exercise today? Things like that. I felt like it seemed like it could track your breath at all times. That wasn't a feature that I was particularly interested in, so it didn't impact me personally. But I know there was a lot of complaints and people decided to return the product because it didn't track and monitor your breathing as much as the advertisement seemed to make it seem like it would. It didn't, the stress capabilities, I think they were blown up more than they were. I mostly bought this product to track my steps and my sleeping, and also for the alarms. So that was actually the feature that I was the least caring about, so it's not a deal breaker for me, but I feel like the product could do better at the stress capabilities that were advertised. Now, they have said in different social media posts that they are going to be doing different breath monitoring and working on that for a second iteration of the hardware, but they aren't going to be doing that currently because that's not something that the app can change. I'm not sure if I explained that all very well, but if you have any questions about it, make sure to let me know in the comments. So those were my pros and my cons over the Bellabeat Leaf. Overall, my feelings are still very positive, and I'm still using it all the time, and I love it to pieces, and it's just pretty. I love pretty things, so I'm going to be using it still. I do think, you know, the main problems were communication things that it could be fixed, but that's, you know, that takes time for a new company to kind of figure out their rhythm with that. So I'm pretty forgiving about it, but I know that it was frustrating to some other people. So that is my full review of the Bellabeat Leaf. To me, it's really great, and I think that it's worth the price. It was $119, I believe, for the pre-order. I don't know what it's going to be once it's out in the market, and it was $150 for the limited edition colors. Speaking of, I'm going to be getting a rose gold Bellabeat Leaf soon. I'm not sure when actually, but sometime in the future, because the company, hi Mustache! Because the company actually liked my unboxing video, so they're going to be sending me the rose gold version. I'm really excited about that, so if you have any questions about that, I think the only difference is the color, but I will be doing an unboxing of the rose gold once I do get that, but that could be in a few months. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. But I'm really excited about it. Thank you, Bellabeat, and thank you everyone for watching this review. If you have any questions about the Bellabeat Leaf, make sure to let me know in the comments. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to see some of my outfits wearing this wearable tech tracker that is actually pretty and stylish. Subscribe to my email list if you want to be part of monthly giveaways, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.